Welcome back to Working Smarter, Not Harder. And today we're going to focus on Schoology and how to take worksheets that we've had over the years and add them into our assessments in Schoology. So we're going to focus on three different question types, creating matching questions, highlight imaging questions, and labeling imaging. So I'm going to show you an example of them that I've created, and then we're going to go through the steps of recreating those. Okay, so let's go to Schoology. So in Schoology, I have a series of questions that I have created, and we're going to explore them. So the first thing we're going to explore is matching. So I created a matching, I use a worksheet that was a matching worksheet to create a matching question type. And this is how I look. For our purposes today, when I create things today, it's going to be elementary driven worksheets, but is the technique involved is applicable to middle school and high school also. So it's not just elementary. It's just elementary has a lot of graphics and stuff. I like graphics. So their worksheets look a little bit funner than the secondary. So in this worksheet, all the student is required to do is they're required to, match the term to the correct definition. Well, the thing about matching, and typically they will draw a line. Well, in the matching question type, you don't have that option to draw a line. So I put the worksheet at the top, but what you have to do is you actually have to go in and all these different terms, you'll type them in your as a prompt. And then the possible answers, you also have to type those also. Or you could just you could cut these and then you can paste it in there, whichever one is easiest for you. So that's how this looks. And what will end up happening is those options will be down here and they can drag and drop them to their respective, in their respective places. Okay. And that's how it looks for matching. It's a fairly simple thing. It's just tedious. The tedium comes with the typing. So what we're going to do is we're going to create this. I'm going to use a different worksheet. So let's go through the process. The process is that you in your folder, you go to add materials. Then you add an assessment. You type in all the information about it. Choose a category. Anything that's that has a blue star beside it, you have to choose something for. You have to have something there. I always try to put a deadline in it because that's the only way that the students will see the assignment in their upcoming calendar. Also, submissions. Because it's an assessment, Schoology assumes that it may be a test or it may be a quiz. And so then the default setting for submissions is disabled. But if it's not something that the students can't be aware of, if it's just a worksheet or an assignment, then go ahead and disable it. Enable it so that they have access to it and they're able to submit answers to it. So I'm going to create. And it sends me to a setup page. In the setup, it sends me to a setup page. In the setup, it just has a whole bunch of settings that you need to go through and determine what your preference is. I have gone through and I looked at them, and anything that is a test taking skill strategy, like flagging a question or eliminating answers or highlighting, I have it where the students can do it using a notepad. If you want them to have, this is where you can put a calculator setting on where they have access to a calculator or a ruler or a protractor. You go here. This asks you whether or not you want the students to be able to review their work. Of course, I don't understand why anybody would not want them to review the work. So I always go to yes. They also give an option for you to have them review their work, and after you submit it, they see their answers and they're able to see the correct answers. I'm not going to choose that, but I am going to choose this. And then how many times you allow the students to submit. I'll typically default to one unless it's some kind of situation where I'm not really, I don't really want them, I'm not grading it, and maybe I just want them to practice it, keep practicing it, but I typically go to one, but you can choose whatever you want. So it saves it in it, and it sends me to the questions page. And here are the ample options that Schoology allots to teachers to create. You can do multiple choice, true, false, matching, ordering, various fill in the blank, short answer essays. You can do audio, video, or file upload. You can label the image, which I love, highlighting various things. You have math, short answer, number line, and chart. We're only going to focus on matching right now. So we're going to go and create matching. Now I have saved some worksheets already, and I'm going to click on this box, and all these options come up. The typical writing options come up where you can bold and you can italicize and all that kind of stuff comes up. But if you look closer to the right, if you didn't want to write something out, if you wanted to just upload a picture or some kind of math symbol or a table or whatever these other things are, even voice, you can actually tape your voice. You can put this here. If you wanted to have a video, like a video that goes into the concept, you can actually put the embed code from a video, like a YouTube video, in here, and then it could be a one-stop shop where the students get access to information on how to or what it is. Some training video, they can have instructions and they have a worksheet to follow. So it's all based on what you want to do with this. So I want to upload my picture, my worksheet, because I've taken my worksheet and I've downloaded it as an image. And it looks like this. So let me show you this. Show you how the worksheet looks for real. So what this worksheet does is it asks them to count up the spots on the dice and then match it to the correct number. Now, I want them to see the dice. I like this. So I want to make sure that I keep the graphic here, and I just put the numbers in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to snip these each one of these options out, and that's going to be my possible answers. So I've done that already. So instead of uploading it like this, I don't need to do that because I'm going to change things up. I'm going to type instructions. Okay. And I can make this bigger just because it doesn't come out. It doesn't come out very big. So I'm gonna make this like an 18, and I'm gonna bold instructions because I want people to read. Reading is fundamental. Okay, so down here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show this worksheet. So that I can see what my numbers are and record the correct numbers in. Okay. So I'm gonna use, for my prompt, I'm gonna put the number. So I'm rearranging the order, flipping it. I want this to be a pretty big size. So I'm gonna go to 18. I'm gonna put 9, go to 18 here. I wish there was a way that you can have it where it defaults to that same size, but I haven't figured that out yet. 4, 3, 7, and I need 2 more prompts. And 1 more. So these are all my prompts: 9, 4, 3, 7, 5, 8. What I want to put over here is I want to put the image of the dice. And so I went through and I snipped each one of them and resized them so I can have each individual one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I may have missed one. Okay, so what I'll do is I click on the box and then I go to the image symbol. And then I'm going to find the image that goes with it. And I put them somewhere in pictures, I think. I think it's in downloads. Okay. Yes. So I am finding, I think this one first. So I'm gonna put that in. And it's coming pretty big, so I can, I don't know what size this is. I can't see it. So let me see how it looks. Well, it's way, way too big, right? So I can edit this. I cannot see. I'm gonna go to full screen. Okay. That's too big, my pixels. So I'm gonna put 100 and see what happens. There you go. That's good. So that's the number 100. So I'm gonna go to the next one, and it should be the 8. And I want to change my size to 100 again. This didn't work the last time. And there you go. And the next one should be 4. I don't remember doing 4, so I'm gonna have to go back and do that. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, okay, I have each one of them. I was going pretty fast. 100. And let's see, the next one is 6, 9. Yes, I'm slow sometimes. 9. So it was a 6 and then I changed this to 100. And then I need 2 more. I think it was 2. My next one is 5. And then the last one is 3, I believe. Yes, it's 3. Uh-oh. Okay. And so those are my options. Now I go down here and they're going to want me to match them to their respective locations. So I'm creating a key. And the great thing about when you create a key in Schoology, that means it can grade it for you. So you want to be able to do that. The more it grades, the less I have to grade. Hold on, I think I put the 9 in the wrong spot then. Oh, I did. Okay, 9, 8, 5, and 3. Beautiful. Uh-oh, my 3 looks pretty bad. I messed that die up, but that's all right. Now, here's the thing. Now, Schoology thinks that this whole worksheet that we just created is one question. So because it's not, because technically it is, how many is this? 6 of them. I need to make sure that children get credit for if they get any of the 6 right. So instead of doing an exact match, which means either you get 100 or you get 0, I'm going to go to partial match. And the penalty score would be whatever the amount would be for if they got it right. So if it's 6, I should know this math. It would be 16 points, roughly. So I'm going to put in here 16 points. So for each one that they get wrong, it's 16 points off. Okay. And I will always have to attach a learning objective. This is a math class. I have no idea what grade level this is. We're in Texas, so we go to state standards, go to Texas, go to essential knowledge and skills, and then you can choose the subject, your correct subject with the latest date, because that means that the TEKs have been updated. I don't know what grade this is. Let's say first grade. And I don't really want to read all this stuff, so I'm going to go with algebraic reasoning. And then I'm just going to find skip count. Nope. Use relationships to determine the number. Nope. Recite numbers forward and backwards from. I'm just going to choose that, even though I know that's not the actual TEKs. And if it's checked, then I can actually upload it. Uh-oh. I confirm. And then it puts my TEKs right there. Okay, so easy peasy. So I'm gonna save that, And then I want to preview what it looks like. They see the name, the prompts here, and they see all the different match boxes down here. And all they have to do is drag and drop. Nice. So there you go. That's our first example, which is our matching example. Now we're going to create, I'm going to go back because I want to go to the next thing, which is highlighted images. And I'm going to show you a series of highlighted image examples. One of them, you know what, let me go back. One of them, we just saw, we saw the matching worksheet. Well, I created it as a matching worksheet, but then I also recreated it as an image worksheet. So let's look at that. The first worksheet we looked at looks like so. So I uploaded that worksheet. That's all they asked me to do. I could put some instructions on there, but I didn't because the worksheet had instructions. And then it shows these different colors here. So when I go to preview the question, it's my worksheet that we had. Change, discuss with all those different prompts and those different possible answers. But in this case, they have at the top right, they have options of what color they want their pen to be. And so what they'll have to do is they're able to do exactly what the worksheet would normally require them to do. It's just to take the pen and drag it to the correct answer. And they can answer the worksheet that way. Now, the problem with this is, I mean, this is great, but the problem with this is that Schoology doesn't grade this because you didn't create a key. You just uploaded the worksheet and they get to write on it. So you have to manually go in and grade each one of these. That's the downfall of highlighting images. For any highlight image worksheet assessment question, you're going to have to grade them manually. I like them though because I don't have to take papers though. I can just look at it on a screen and just go through them quickly like that. So this still has, and then you don't really have to do anything. Just upload the worksheet and then you're good to go. So there's some benefits to that, but the downfall is you have to go in. You have to grade them. Okay, so let's show another highlight image, and I'm going to go to two more. Number 3 and my number 4. So like I said, I like the highlighting images because it's easy. Just upload the worksheet. So here's a worksheet that I uploaded the image. It gives me these options. When I preview the question, it looks like this. This is just a regular math worksheet that has a whole bunch of numbers on here, questions. And so when the students come in, get this, it's just like them writing on the worksheet. They'll take this and they'll write their answers on. You know, whatever. Downfall is that depending on what they're using to write with, it may be hard to read. And the second downfall is I got to manually grade this. But it's just, all I have to do is just upload the worksheet. I'm going to show you one more. This one is good for elementary, really young age. I've uploaded the image, the worksheet, and then when I preview my question, it is one of the practicing handwriting. If they have a tablet or a touchscreen, it'll be all right. They can do this because they can literally use their finger to practice writing. They're not using a pen necessarily unless they have a stylus. Can't guarantee they have a stylus, but they can take their finger and they can practice writing these letters. Okay, so this is not a bad way of giving this worksheet out to students. Or you can do the typical thing of just give them a worksheet, have them download it, write on it, upload it. If they're young like this, that's a lot of steps for them. Okay, so now we're going to recreate. We're going to create our own highlight image worksheet. Okay, I'm going to go to add materials. I'm not going to do that. Let's go to the one we created already and just add another question. Let me move this up so I don't have to keep going down here all the time. It's a lot of worksheets I have. Okay, so I'm going to click on this and I'm going to add another test question. So instead of matching, I'm going to go to, what was that? Highlight image. There are 3 highlights. Move my face out the way. There's a highlight hotspot, highlight image, and highlight text. Of the 3, I really like the highlight image. I don't really like the other ones too much. Maybe the highlight text, I can see the purpose of that. But the highlight hotspot, I'm really seeing too many things that I liked about that. But so we're going to upload a worksheet, and let me find it. There you go. Say it, write it. Like I said, there I'm doing elementary ones. And all I'm doing with this is I want to see if the worksheet looks decent. And if not, I can resize it. I can go to more options and resize it. Now, if I did not have a hard copy, not soft copy in my hard drive, I could go online and put a URL in here. And I can actually get a worksheet from a website and put the URL in here, and then it'll upload the worksheet. I can resize everything where it's bigger. And let me see. I don't know what I just took off, so I think this is going to be all kinds of messed up, but we'll see. Let's review the question. Oh, that's pretty decent size. That's pretty big. Okay, so in this case, the students, there's a number of things that they're doing. Say it, write it, say it, write it. And then, so I have a color indicated over here, and then I'll have them sad. I don't know what that is, but I don't know. I think this is bed. I'm not sure what they're getting going. Sometimes with these elementary pictures, like, what is this? Pig or hog? I'm not sure what it is. But anyway, so the kiddos will go in and they'll write this information. And now, if you wanted to say it, there is another option for you to, we can recreate this particular worksheet in one of the other question types where you can actually upload their voice. But that's not what we're working with today. So now, the last one we want to talk about today is we want to talk about labeling images. I really like the label the image. I really like the label the image question type because I'm a big graphics person. I used to teach science for many, many years, and I always think that a picture speaks tells a lot of stories. So it's best sometimes to use a picture to kind of pre-teach and actually teach concepts. So let's go to the example that says label the image. And in this example, I uploaded a social studies worksheet. And it is, so here it says upload the image because they expect you to upload an image because you label the image. You can put some instructions if you want to. Remember, when you click on this box, all these options come up. So if you wanted to, like this image, I really could have gone and found a video about Westward, because it's about Westward expansion. And I could really do that. In fact, I think I'm gonna do that in a second. But anyway, so I put I put the image in there, and it generated all these word boxes. And this is how it looks. Let me show you. Oh, hold on. Before I do that, I'm gonna pause for a second because I want to upload a video. So let me find a video. Okay, so I went online to YouTube and I found a video that says Westward expansion. So I'm going to click on that, and I want to capture the embed code. So that's the embed code. I'm going to put all of that in. And when I go back to Schoology, I want to, in the question type where it says source, I'm going to put this embed. This is my really first time trying to do this, but we'll see what happens. You know, with Schoology, a lot of times just try stuff. Either it works or it doesn't. Oh, look at that. That is nice. So now I have a video for my students to look at. I have the image here, and let me save this and then go to preview. See what they see. Isn't that great? It has the video and it has the map. It has all these different information on it, and then they just take these and drag and drop them to the respective locations. Ah, that is magnificent. Okay, so let's try this. we are going to go back to our work in progress, count and match assessment. And we're going to add a label the image question. And I want to upload my image, and I cannot remember which one it was when it said edition. There you go. Nope. Yes. So it's another one that has the dominoes. Oh, I must have been on something with the dominoes today. So right here, that's way too small. So I'm gonna see if I can resize this. Oh, no. More options. It didn't give me the option to resize. So I can't use this image then because that's way too small. I guess I can. We'll just do it. And then I'm not gonna put a video in here, but here's the image here. And what I have to do is I need to put response boxes for every place that the students should be putting the answer. So I'm gonna click on response box, and it gives me a box, and I place it. I place it here. Now I'm gonna tell you this: these are too big, so we're gonna have to resize these boxes in a little bit. In fact, let's go down here. I'm gonna go down below. Additional setup options. And I'm gonna resize this. That's way too big, so I'm gonna go to 75. And see how big that is. 75 is still a little bit too big, so we'll go to 50, half the size. I don't mind the actual height. Okay, that's too big. Let's go to, I don't want to say 25. Let's see what 25 does. Okay, 25 is good. So all of my boxes will be that size. So I'll put another response box. Notice how it gives me numbers. First, 1, 2, 1, 2. So you got to make sure that when you're putting them in the orders, that you put them in the order that you want the students to respond. When you put in your key needs to be according to this 1, 2, 3 thing. Here's 4, and I need one more. Okay. And that's really small. But for our purposes, we just want to make sure we do something today. Okay, so now we put in our options. So what are the possible answers here? So we have 8. I'll put my size big again. 8. Another option would be 4. Well, it looked like it may have been the same kind of thing from our last worksheet. Maybe I got it from the same website. 8, 4, 9. 5, and 3. Okay, so I've created my options, and now they want me to create the key. So 8, 4, 5, 9, and 3. Now, once again, we do not want it where it's all or nothing. So we want to take it from exact match, and we need to put it as partial match. And how many of these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there were 20 points each. And we resized it already, so we don't have to worry about that. We need to attach a learning objective. I don't know if I did it in the other worksheet, but state standards, Texas, essential knowledge and skills. This is math. I do not know what grade level. I'm just going to put second, which I hope is really isn't second grade, but let's see. I'm just going to put, it's pictorial models. That may actually be it. And then down at the bottom, I'm going to confirm. And I have to press save. I would have done all that work. If I had gone to the next page, it would not have saved it for me, and I would have been thoroughly upset. So let's go back and look at how this looks to the student. So we preview this. It looks like this, and they just match it up. Now, I wouldn't suggest your picture be this small, so find something that's bigger than this, but essentially we did exactly what we asked for. it has those options here, and then they're just dragging and dropping the stuff here. And this, because we created a key, will be graded in Schoology. So less work for you. So that's all we're going to go over right now. I will make another video where we discuss how to highlight the text and fill in the blank options, because there's 3 different types of fill in the blank, and maybe short answers and essay questions. Okay, I hope that helped. Remember, work smarter, not harder.